for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 25 yards to the house. And the Jaguars will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now Clemens. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Here's Clemens.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, He doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and it's still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. And that play,
and you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
and frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He's going to field this at the 4.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake.
Clemens. This one swung out to Williams.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Clemens. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clemens. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Clemens. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 58 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So I hope he was here to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground. He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
He was looking for Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Clemens. He's got him in. Complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the
throwing on first down. Clemens, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Desmond King making the tackle. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off-play action. Clemens. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And some room to run now. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, Clemens. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Off the option, here's Williams.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with ETN.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Clemens. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Second down and 7. Looking to throw. Clemens. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter.
Patterson's kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw on 3rd down, Clemens.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Hamler now on the return.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake. Clemens. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
I'm ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Clemens. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Clemens. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The kick by Lutz is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
He didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lawrence. This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Etienne running right. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Etienne once more, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Extra point try now for Patterson. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
He's back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Finding Henry here on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. But boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game.
He's got a man, complete. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. This to advance to the divisional round.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars' season will continue at least one more week.